Hi everyone,
Hi,
I'm Lisa,
I'm Renee.
and together
We are the Tapping Duo.
So welcome to episode 2 of this season's Dancing with the Stars. We still have 13 stars, but I think by the end of tonight they'll be down to 11. So we'll get started right away. The first performers were Nick Carter and Sharna. They were dancing a jive. How'd you think Nick did?
I didn't think he did as well this week as he did last week. I thought he did much better last week. He seemed more relaxed and had more fun.
Yeah, I noticed that he was thinking the whole time. So
Like, what's next? What's next? Which made it look choppy.
I agree, and I thought they were very generous with the score. They gave him a 21. They gave him 7s.
Yeah, and giving him a 7 set everybody up for the scores. We'll tell you in a minute.
Yes. The second pair was Paula Dean and Louie. I thought she did better this week than last week. They did a rumba. How'd you feel about that?
Well, she moves slower,
Uh-huh.
and a rumba's perfect for her. And as long as Louis kept her moving with his guidance, I thought she did okay.
Yeah, I liked the fact that the dancers had a say in the song that they danced to, because that in theory should help their performance.
Right, right.
So, she got a 19 for the night, which to Nick's 21 was
Probably pretty accurate. Right?
okay. Yeah,
Well, she should have scored lower, but since Nick's
already at 21,
Right.
she wasn't that much below him. Okay, so next we had Hayes and Emma. They danced a foxtrot.
he's very cute.
He's very
He
cute.
seems like a very sweet boy. He seems like he just loves his family, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and I loved how he danced just sweetly.
I think you had
That's
said
very
earlier,
pretty.
it's like he went to a prom,
It was.
and he asked Emma to go to a prom and said, "Hey, you guys, look what we've learned." And
Right, and let's dance. And he was just so excited, and there wasn't necessarily any sophistication or fanciness, but it was pure joy,
yeah,
which I think I really enjoyed.
and he got,
He got a 22, which
So he
put
was-
him ahead of Nick.
and I would have put him ahead of Nick. I thought he
Mhm.
did a better job of performing than Nick did.
Yeah, because he wasn't thinking necessarily the whole time.
Right.
Or if he was covering it better. Next we had Shaka Khan and Keo. She had to do a foxtrot. What'd you think, Renee?
Well, she missed out a lot of steps. What did you think?
She missed a lot of steps. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
we know what's going to happen with her. Andy Grammer. No, I found him a lot of fun. He danced with Allison, and they did the jive. Did you see some jive in their choreography?
Yeah, Allison did a great job showing him the jive. He needs to learn to point his toes, and I mean,
Mhm.
there's just stuff he needs to learn to do naturally.
Mhm.
Probably in rehearsal he does, but then he gets out there and the music goes on, and all the people watching, that's the last thing he's thinking about.
Yeah.
You know, jive's very quick.
I appreciated how they laughed through it.
Yeah, they did. They laughed through the whole thing,
They just had a lot of fun. So
and that's what I'm looking for. I want people to enjoy it, have a
Right.
good time, and not take it so seriously. But yet, I know it has to be serious because you want to learn it, but laugh through your mistakes because it just helps you get through things.
right now he scored the same as Nick. He got a 21 as well.
Yeah, I wish Nick was lower, but I would have still given him the
Uh-huh.
7s.
Yeah, because while he remembered his choreography, he was off on the music. Nick was thinking too hard. Okay. Next we had Kim and Tony. Now they danced a quick step, and I thought she did phenomenally compared to the prior week.
She stepped up like 10 points for me. I mean, last week she was just so scared, and just getting through that fear
Yes.
and being able to dance as well as she did, I just think she deserved a lot more credit than your.
Yeah, I was a little frustrated with Erin Andrews at the top of the stairs when she asks Kim why this week went better than last week, and Kim's trying to explain it's the style of dance that made her more comfortable. And Kim had said, well, last week's was sexy, and Erin just interrupted her and pointed to Kim's body and said, and, as if that would explain the ability to dance to a sexy song. I think it can be uncomfortable to dance to a sexy song. So I thought you did a phenomenal job on the quick step, and I'm sorry that Erin Andrews did that to you.
And again, I love that Tony choreographs to her strengths.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
he's wonderful with
She
them.
had fun this week, which was
She
just
did.
great to see.
And she got a 19.
She got a 19. So next we
So
have,
she danced like Paula Deen. They got the same score.
which is really interesting because I thought Kim moved quicker and faster than Paula Deen.
Well, but she did a rumba, right? I mean,
Right.
that's slower, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It must be hard to score. It's so subjective in some ways.
Yeah.
And there's no objective standard. Okay, the next couple that danced was Alec and Lindsay. Now, they did a jazz number. I'm not sure how much jazz I saw, but you had some thoughts today when we were talking about him.
Well, I was thinking about the show in general. When you've got somebody who's probably not as good and you want to cover things up, you put them in a small space. So they put them on a front porch. So Lindsay danced circles around him as he lifted her. And and in a jazz number, you can do that. I mean, but he just has to be strong and lift her, which I don't want to take away from. That's amazing. You know, he's putting her all over the place.
And he knew where to be when.
So he didn't drop her. So
Right.
I give him credit for all that.
Right, but I don't know how. I don't think he did any dancing, and he came away with 23 points.
Yeah, you guys out there notice that when they're quite kind of wondering what to do to cover up mistakes, they add dancers, they add props, they put them in a small space, they add fog,
Yes.
you know, anything to cover up long dresses, you know,
Yes.
anything to cover up
Yes. Yes.
whatever they can't do. So, all right,
There almost should be a minimum that every dancer has to dance within a song. Whether it's 64 counts, that it can't be posing, it can't be lifts, so that at least everybody's dancing the same amount in their number. Because Alec, honestly, yes,
Yeah,
partnering is a skill and part of dancing, but we're judging everyone else on their footwork and their choreography, and
Yeah.
he didn't have any footwork.
right. He just needed to be where he needed to
Yeah.
be, and he got like a 23, right?
He did. He scored really well. Okay, so now we have Alexa
She's right here.
with Mark, and they did a salsa. How'd you feel? She was the lion, the tiger.
Yeah,
How'd
I
you
think
feel
she,
she
I think
did?
she felt that whole song. I really was impressed at how well she did.
It was a big step up from last week's.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I noticed that they intentionally separated Carlos and Alexa in the order because she'd made a comment that it was really hard. She practiced all week, and then there she was, and her husband was right before her or after her.
Yeah.
And I noticed they made a more conscious effort to space them apart. And I could see that helping because now she could just focus on her.
Well, I'm sure it's frustrating for Mark too because you know there's an emotional attachment, like you said, and then Mark's wanting to have that emotional attachment with him
Yes.
because he's the partner. So he needs to. I think that was a good idea to do that. But I thought she did really well. What was her scores?
She got a 24, one of the higher ones of the night.
That was the first time, huh? That somebody got a higher score.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good
Yeah.
for you, Alexa.
Next we have little Victor Espinoza, who had to do the jive. Now,
Oh, isn't he cute? Oh my
he's
gosh.
cute. But I have to say that I think that they were generous in their scores to keep him on the show. Whether he goes tonight or not, I don't know, but
Well, there's a few other people that should go before him, but yes.
I'm not sure he was that much better than Shaka Khan. I mean, he got 2 more points more than Shaka Khan, not 1. So
Well, maybe it's because his enthusiasm, you know, when you're visually watching somebody and they totally brought you to joy, because he just kept going, and I think you tend to score them higher on the performance part rather than the choreography, more about how they looked while they were doing it. I mean, he tried his hardest to keep up with all those beats, and you know, he's not a natural dancer. So
Right.
anyway, good for you, Victor.
Yeah, he made me
You're
smile.
very,
It
you're
was-
very sweet, and you brought a lot of entertainment last night.
Okay, so next we have Tamar and Val, who did a cha-cha. Now, she's a pretty darn good dancer. They scored a 24. Again, one of the higher performances of the night. What did you think?
Okay. She's obviously a really good dancer, you know, and Val's got a lot he can work with. Unlike Victor, I'm not attached to Tamar at all. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her demeanor. I don't like her personality. I don't like how she comes on stage and acts like she's all that. I don't appreciate that. She's in her. I know she's a talk show host or something at some show, but her confidence is so
Overpowering?
I don't know. She's in a different genre here. She's in their home, so she needs to be polite in their home. and learn what she can act however she wants on her talk show. But on this stage, I'd like her to really give her attention to Val and be a little more serious rather than so sarcastic all the time. But that's her personality, so I just got to get used to that. Is she a good dancer? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So are we scoring just on that? I would score her high.
Yeah, but they do have to help with the packages because they're not doing her a favor.
Well, not for me. I don't know if you feel that way.
Oh, yeah, I'm not endeared to her at all.
And what did she get? Did she get like a 24
She
or
got
something?
a 24, one of the higher ones of the night.
Well, she should have. She was good. Okay, here we go. Mr. Busey. Did you see the color of his sister's hair?
I did not.
Oh, it was orange.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it was like Tony's shirt over here.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't just red. You know, it's like all those new colors the girls are wearing in their hair. It was like the orange one. So he comes from a very fun family, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
He scored an 18 last night. So how'd you feel he did? Do you think that score was justified?
Okay, I think that Victor could have done that just as well. I mean, he did a little step touch, and he did, what did he do, a foxtrot?
Yeah. A grapevine, you said.
Grapevine, a step touch, and then he posed. And then he was so excited. So I'm sure Anna worked her tail off to get him to do just that much. And that's all.
And credit to her to keep it simple for him, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think she has a choice.
No, not if she wants to survive the show. Okay, so next we have Carlos and Whitney. And they danced a
Foxtrot?
And now he was another one of the higher scores tonight at 24.
And he deserved to be. I thought he did a great job. I like him. He's humble. You know, he's not in your face.
No, he just came out, he danced, and he went back.
Yeah, his dad's pretty cute.
Yeah. Okay.
He really wants his son to beat his daughter-in-law.
He does, which is cute.
It is cute.
Okay, so the last pair of the night were Bindi and Derek. They did a tango to an AC/DC song.
Yeah, that was
which I really
cool.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think she's just a bundle of personality and enthusiasm. I thought she did a nice job. What did you?
Oh, absolutely. Bindi's just going to grow and grow. You know, she's better than she was last week, and Derek's going to challenge her, and she'll be better next week.
Right. Now we were talking earlier about why Derek seems to get the average to above average dancers, and I posed the thought that the show wants Derek as a choreographer and a dancer. I know he's very talented, and so in order to keep him interested, I would think that they need to give him an average to above average dancer, somebody who hears the music, can move to the music. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know what politics go on behind the scenes. How come some dancers always get somebody who's struggling? I noticed Tony, you know, Tony's never given the young ones that can grow, you know. But again, Tony's an older student too. And
he may have a calmer personality that
at
has
this
the
point in
patience.
his life, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have been at 20, like Derek,
Right.
you know, but he's not. And he mentions that too. You know, he mentions it. It gets harder as you get older.
Yeah, and I recognize that their professional schedules could be really busy, and so to have a bare beginner and you don't have 5 days to teach them,
Correct,
you
yeah.
have fewer days, you might need a different caliber.
That's very true. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
So.
Okay, so there's the dancers. There's going to be another show tonight,
Right,
and
they
we'll see who
did
goes home tonight.
right, but last night they did send somebody home.
They did.
And who was that?
That did. Well, good old. It was between Gary Busey and Shaka Khan. Now remember, it's not always the bottom two. Sometimes they put somebody who scored even higher than that in the bottom two to scare them.
That's true.
You know. So, but
That's
Shaka Khan went home.
So here's Shaka. Say goodbye to Keo, unfortunately.
Okay, so here's Shaka Khan.
Okay.
Bye, Keo. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
We have a different way of doing this year. Last year we took them to Mirrorball Heaven. This year we're depositing their heads
In a jar.
in a jar.
Bye, Shaka.
Bye-bye, Shaka.
and in the jar, and I'm sure it will get full as the season progresses.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Make sure you comment and like.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.